Welcome back again, everyone. Today I'm reviewing a very cool named cigar, very odd. This is from the house of Emilio and Bodega Cigars. This is the Reunion Digestivo. This is the Toro 6x52. I would like to point out this band they use, quite different. If you notice, it says Reunion there, and it's got like a tree. Digestivo. Now, interestingly enough, they also have a version of this cigar called aperitivo. Actually, what that means is like appetizer. Digestivo means it's Spanish for dessert, basically. So if you're like me, you're expecting a very sweet cigar. Now, what is this cigar made of? Glad you asked. This San Andreas Maduro wrapper. The binder is proprietary, so I don't know what it is. And the filler is from Jalapa and Esteli, which is, of course, Nicaraguan. So this should be an interesting cigar. I had one previously. I want to see what this one shakes out like. But the Digestivo Toro is on deck. Very dark, not overly oily wrapper, and it's well made. Here's your density, forgot that. Now, appropriately enough, I did just have a little lunch, so let's see how the Digestivo does after you have a meal. Nice draw. Just the slightest bit of firmness, which is good, in my opinion. I don't really want it to be so effortless that it's like, it's like breathing. So it's just the slightest bit of firmness, just enough to let you know you're drawing through a nice cigar. I think that'll do. I'm getting a lot of raisin notes, very nice sweet raisin, a lot of coffee notes. I would really maybe, let me see, it's either dark black coffee or espresso. Nice black pepper. I'll go with black coffee. The pepper is about an 8. It's actually pretty high. The raisin notes are very nice and sweet. You know what a raisin tastes like. That's exactly what it is. Maybe a few notes of dry toast. Just a light dusting of dry toast notes. By and large, you have very sweet raisins and black coffee. And of course, the black pepper. Underlying notes of dry toast, just a little. The finish is interesting. It's a little like roasted nuts and cream. A little bit of lingering pepper, not a lot. So that's where we'll begin. At this early stage, I would call it every bit of medium bodied. I believe it will move very quickly into a fuller state. But that's where we are to begin the Digestivo Toro. So let's see where we go from here. About an inch in. And there's been an addition of some nice sweet cedar notes. So the raisin notes are there. The black coffee, now sweet cedar. The dry toast notes are a little more subdued. Finish, still like we talked about. Like some dry roasted nuts and cream. Yep. So with the exception of the addition of sweet cedar, nothing much else has changed. I would still call it medium bodied. Very tasty, sweet cigar. Very appropriate for an after dinner cigar, actually. All the coffee notes. So the Digestivo Toro going along nicely. guess I'm about 1.5 inches, maybe a little more in. And the cigar at this point has really blossomed into a very sweet, rich cigar. The raisins and cedar are just extremely sweet. The coffee notes have actually taken the back seat to those two. They are still there, but you cannot miss the upfront, in-your-face, sweet, rich raisin and cedar. And it's very good. There's also a few notes of dry wood I've noticed here recently. I believe there are hints of nutmeg that the either the cedar will change into or there'll be an addition of, but they're not enough to really say they're definitely there yet. The finish is now more of a very sweet cream. The roasted nut flavors are no longer there. The lingering pepper appears to be up. All good things. Now, I would still call it medium bodied, but if you like a Maduro cigar to be very sweet and rich with plenty of coffee notes, think about this one. It's very nice. I personally like a Maduro that's a dessert cigar like this, so it's really shaping up to be nice. About 2 inches remaining, and the wood notes are really coming out a lot more now. Now you still have your nice sweet combination of raisins and cedar. The coffee notes are in the background. They are subdued, but they are still there. They're not nearly as strong as we started. The finish has a lot of influence also of raisins now. It's a raisiny cream. Odd description, but you have raisins and cream. Still medium body. Still a very good cigar, very good dessert cigar, if you will. So that's where we are, about 2 inches remaining. Well, we are down to the end, so let's wrap it up. About 81 minutes to get to this point. The cigar has ended up with, still you have your sweet raisins and cedar. There are a lot of influences of the dry wood, which appears to be charred at this point, and then you have your coffee notes. The finish is still one influenced by, a little bit influenced by the raisins, cream, and a little of the dry or charred wood on the finish also. The cigar really never got beyond medium bodied, which is a little surprising to me, but still, all in all, no problem. The cigar got a little soft at about the 2/3 point. It got a little soft feeling, and that is really and truly the only negative I can tell you. It didn't affect anything, but it just felt soft and spongy in your between your fingers. This has been a very good cigar, appropriately named Digestivo, or a dessert cigar. Very nice, sweet flavors, which I personally like. If you're one that likes a lot of those sweeter flavors on your Maduro, a lot of coffee also to go along with it, charred wood, then I urge you to seek these out because I think you'll like it, and probably as much as I do. Very good cigar. Wrapping it up, all I can say is I'm giving it a score of 93. I really thoroughly enjoyed the cigar, and I believe that by and large the masses will also, so please seek them out. So there you have it. The Reunion Digestivo Toro 93.